Hello, hello, hello. You're tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's second topic, Rock Ya-Sin, cornerback number 2, injured. 45 minutes into practice. Look, so, if you've been paying attention to all of the Ravens reports, Rock Ya-Sin has been getting beat by everybody. By everybody. He's been getting beat by OBJ. He's been getting beat by Zay. He's been getting beat by Aguilar. He's been getting beat by most of the receivers that are out there. But going into this season, he's been pretty much the consensus cornerback number 2. The problem now that we're coming into is not only is bad play and getting burnt, now he is actually physically injured. Now, look, we don't know what it is. He limped off. It was a leg injury. We do know that. And he limped off and went right to and never returned. So we don't know what it is. I'll say this, though. This is something to definitely worry about. Who's going to be our cornerback for this year? My man Yuri, shouts to Yuri. He had said something and I was reading it on Twitter and he said, the cornerback room this year is looking like the wide receiver room last year. That's a problem. Because what are we going to do? Listen, I don't care if you're getting to that quarterback quickly. Have you seen the wide receivers that are in the AFC? And most of these, if anybody's saying, oh, don't worry, we got Marlon Humphrey. Most of these teams don't have one receiver. They have 2 or 3 legit guys. Or the 2 that they have is absolutely elite. Think I'm joking? You think I'm playing? You think I don't know what I'm talking about? Okay, fine, whatever. Okay, what receivers do the Chargers have? What receivers do the Bengals have? What receivers do Miami have? What receivers do the Steelers have? And the list goes on. Y'all got to understand. And you're not going to be good at every position. It's impossible. It's impossible. But one of the biggest problems that we had last year and that we've been having so far this year in camp is giving up big passing plays. Do you know that this was Lamar's? And look, this is great to hear from Lamar's side, but there's a flip side to everything. Today was Lamar's first interception of camp. And do you know how it was achieved? Because the ball went through, I believe it was Aguilar's hands. And I mean, clearly on target. That's what everyone said. It went through his hands and into the cornerback's hands right behind him. Outside of that, Lamar's been perfect. Now, I love hearing that. You already know I love hearing that. And I told y'all he was going to be on fire this year. But we're not even talking about from OBJ and Zay. The other wide receivers, even the ones below Aguilar, has been cooking the cornerbacks. That's a problem. And for anybody saying Nitro, no, it's not, I need you to go back and look at the Jaguars game, the Bills game, the Miami game, the Giants game. You know, the game where we gave up big passing plays in the fourth quarter multiple times for the team to come back to win. Even though we were up by more, 9 points or more. So like I originally said, that's a problem. We have this offensive line that is trying to come together, which I already told you, that's numero uno on my list for this year's upcoming worry stuff. Because why? Because Lamar will be throwing the ball more, right? Will be spread out more. So they have to hold up in cover. They have to hold up in pass pro. They have to. Or everything can get smushed from the beginning. And I told you I was worried about cornerback too. Now, once again, we don't know how bad this injury is, but I always like to hope for the best and plan for the worst. This cornerback room is paper thin. Paper thin. Yo, what happened to Jalen Armour-Davis? Yo, is he still, I'm not at the practices. I haven't heard nothing about no Jalen Armour-Davis. Is it just me that's noticed that? I thought he was going to be the heir apparent. I haven't heard nothing, zip, zilch, nada on this man. And we're going to need every single defensive back body to throw at that position possible, because teams are airing it out. And they have wide receivers that even if you're down 2 scores, can take over the game on a moment's notice. Guys, I'm not being negative. I'm not doing that. What I'm being is realistic. I'm seeing where the Ravens are weak, and I'm sitting there reporting on those areas, hoping that it becomes an area of strength. Because everyone's saying, well, the offensive line's a thing. Look what PFF has been one of the most garbage raters of offensive linemen ever. There have been horrible offensive linemen that needed help the entire game that's been rated high on their list. They don't rate offensive linemen well. So do not go out there and try to go in the comments and then say, oh, well, PFF said they're good. They're not. Especially in pass pro. And to give you something else, that's how Lamar's been hurt, from the offensive line. Multiple times. Do y'all remember how good everyone's like, oh, the offensive line for 2019 was so great? It got absolutely demolished in that 2019 playoff game. Y'all don't remember when Lamar was pressured more than Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl? You don't remember in the Bills game being knocked out of the game? You remember, who was it against? Was it the Bengals when they got through and smashed Lamar? And the Browns also? All been offensive line problems. So please stop capping. I'm being realistic. No purple shades are on my eyes. I want the best for this team. You should too. You should want the best for this team. For us to win, we have to be better. We have to be. But we have to be honest with ourselves. Right now, cornerback 2 is looking more and more iffy every single day. Every single day. This is exactly why I told a lot of people I wanted back Marcus Peters. Because let's say they brought back Marcus Peters, right? Yeah, like, oh, he's not what he used to be. Well, at least now you have Marcus Peters and you have Rock Ya-Sin. You have 2 legit guys that you're like, okay, so now Rock Ya-Sin's down. Okay, well, we still got Marcus Peters to go. And when Rock Ya-Sin comes back, we have some depth behind both sides. Who do we have behind him now that he's hurt? Goes back to what I keep telling people. You hope for the best, but you plan for the worst. And the Ravens have been one of those teams that do not plan for the worst. And we've been injured probably more than any other team in the last 5 years. It's like common sense at this point. But what do you guys think? Tell me down in the comment section. Should we be panicking or should we be worried about cornerback 2 at the level that I'm taking it? And how well do you think the offensive line is going to get as training camp progresses? Let me know down in the comment section, all right? But that's another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. You know how we get down. We have fun and we laugh. But everything we talk about is rooted in what? Facts and truth. please do remember, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. You know I love the comments. Just be respectful. And please support the Patreon. If you want to support this channel, you want to be able to get extra content, that's how you do it. I've made sure that there's 3 tiers, 2 new tiers added on to help you guys, you know what I'm saying, get more and to spread out some of the specialties that we're going to have for the channel giving out for extra content. So go check that out. Let me know what you think. And if you would like to donate to this channel also, bottom of the screen, QR codes to a Cash App. The name of the Cash App is $TheWunderkindShow. Easy. But once again, this is TheWunderkindShow. This show is Natural signing off. And as always, you guys know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Yerp.